I'm Jenna.
I'm Panda.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Juliana.
And I'm Danny.
And
you're watching The Social Project.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to SCU Social Project. We're super happy to have you guys here. And if you look around, you'll find that everyone here is a senior. Yes, today is all about celebrating our incredible senior students who have been involved in various projects on and off campus and have become the experts in their fields. Let's take a moment to give each other like a round of applause right now to celebrate the fact that we're almost there. And for our special senior series, the spotlight is on you. We want to create a platform for you to share your unique journey at SCU and dive into the exciting projects you've been part of and discuss a little bit about your future plans. So before we go into something more deep, let's start with something light. I want you guys to introduce yourself, your name, your major year, and then your celebrity crush, like a fun fact question. And then we'll have Ava to pass a question jar to each one of you, and you can pick one question and ask everybody the question, and we'll pass the jar around. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Do you want to start, Panda?
Sure. Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Panda. I'm a senior. I'm a communication major, and I have a women and gender studies minor. And my celebrity crush is Zendaya.
That's a good one.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jenna Shuey. I am a senior, and I'm a communication major with a minor in studio art. And my celebrity crush is Harry Styles.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Lin. I'm a senior computer science major, and my celebrity crush is probably Lena Rain.
Hi, everybody. My name is Julianna Dietrich. I'm a senior CS major, and I do not have a celebrity crush.
Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan. I'm a senior. I major in computer science and minor in graphic design and mathematics. And my celebrity crush is Yoonjin from the Seraphim.
Ah. Okay. Now let's have Ava to pass the jar around.
You guys can just take it and then take a little.
Yeah, pick one question and then like everybody can answer it.
Mm-hmm. So just ask it to the rest of
Everyone taking one? Okay.
I wonder what I got. Oh, God. I got a long one. That's scary.
They're all very chill questions. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
What is this?
Should we go in reverse order?
Just do it.
Okay.
No, let's
Should I go first?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. If you can make one of your body parts detachable without any negative repercussions, what body part would it be and why?
Star.
Interesting.
Who wants to go first?
Bro, this is hard.
My eyes. That's
yours.
mine. That's mine. Because you know
That
you
would be
can
kind of cool.
Because
see
then
other
you could,
people's
like-
secrets.
Your ears would be better then, you know?
Yeah.
Attach them.
Oh, would they still work?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
They
Like
have
your
their fully
entire,
function.
Like you just
Ear?
take your
Oh
ear
my
off
God.
and then you
And
like
then you
throw it across the
yes.
room if you want to hear like something far away.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Or if you
Oh.
don't want to hear something that's like
Yeah, you
in
can
your
also
immediate
just, like-
area, you just
Get rid of your
Just
ears.
yeah, rid of your ears.
It's like put it in the
stop
fridge.
it.
Like,
Put it in the fridge.
what's yours?
Maybe probably like I'm not even like maybe my hand, I guess. I'm not really sure what I'd do. Could I still control it?
Yes.
Oh,
It could be like Thing
I
from
thought it would
Wednesday.
flop. Oh, that changes everything actually. How about my arm so I can detach it and use it as a back scratcher? How about that?
Oh, that's a really good
Because then,
one.
like,
That is
because
very
you
good.
can have I have full control over my fingers and I can
Mhm.
also move it up and down, right? That might be
Not
genius.
that.
Well.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe my eyes because I
Mm.
think it would be interesting to be able to see stuff really up close. I don't know.
Oh, because you could like.
You can move them.
God.
I don't know.
Very
That's
interesting.
good.
Yeah.
That's a good
That's
answer.
good.
I would say I feel like hand would be interesting because you could just like take your hand and like mess with people with it. Like if you're like giving someone a high five, you could just easily like juke them out or like just slap them a little bit, like from across the room. So yeah, I feel like I'd be a little like mischievous.
Mm.
Can I do my whole lower body?
Whole lower body?
Like, from like the stomach down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I just kind
why?
of want to see my legs move on its own.
It's like those pictures of pants like standing up in the cold. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're frozen.
Yeah, they're frozen.
So yeah, maybe my ears, so I can put them somewhere more quiet if I want that, or maybe near music. I don't know.
That's actually really handy.
Yeah, that's really
Mhm.
During
valid.
concert, just throw them out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And okay, now let's dive into something a little bit deeper into each one of your experience at SCU. I want to ask, what are some of the projects you worked on in the past 4 years that you want to highlight?
All right, so I guess one of the projects I'm working on currently, I have an internship with a company called Resilience. They're like a social emotional like curriculum company. They like teach kids K through 12 like how to manage their emotions, like strategies on like how to like like handle like anxiousness or nervousness, stuff like that. And they have a project in VR where they take the principles that they learn from the curriculum and they apply them in the VR game. And yeah, it's just a really cool project. Mental health is something that's very important to me. So working on a project that kind of helps people learn the skills to manage their own mental health is really cool. And to do it in VR is also just an added bonus. It's extra cool, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you want to start?
I guess one of my favorite projects that I've worked on was a research project I did on authenticity on social media. So we looked into the idea of casual Instagram. So kind of just like casually posting different posts. It's like a trend that's been going on for the past couple of years, and just exploring the ways that impacts authenticity and the way we view ourselves. And anything, like a lot of my projects have been around social media. And so thinking about the way social media impacts us has been really interesting, especially because me and all my friends use social media. So it's been cool to study how that impacts us.
Like mothering. Panda?
Yeah, I've been working on a couple of things recently, but one that I guess the one that I've been putting the most time into right now is this theater independent study / creative project that I'm doing for the main stage production at Santa Clara here in the Winter Quarter, which is, by the way, Meet Vera Stark. So I'm going to be, or I guess I currently am sound designing for it. So I'm getting all the sound effects and adding in music, all that kind of stuff to make the production feel more alive. And this is the first time I'm doing something like this on my own, whereas before I was an assistant or just a board op, but now I'm getting this full creative control, and that's been really exciting / overwhelming, but mostly very good. So I'm really excited about it.
Is there anything else? Because this question is more like a general one, so like you can list and like other projects too.
Yeah, I guess another. I'm working on a couple projects in the Imaginarium as well. One of them's sludge videos. So also working with John and Julianna with that on that one as well. And then also we're working on the Kinning project that I was talking about earlier. Just pushing forward on those. And then another one I'm doing is a continuation of my Com 100 final project for quantitative methods. I'm working with a friend and for another professor, Dr. Tai, to kind of keep going with the study past just experiment design or a survey design. So yeah, those are the projects I'm working on.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you guys too, like you can list the question, like the project you worked on, like generally. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can say the project I'm currently working on was this sludge video. It's basically like those, we're really researching how like those TikTok videos that has like the movies on top and like the Subway Surfers clip on the bottom, like how it works, you know, it grabs like people's attention for way longer. And then I guess one of the projects I worked on in the past was like junior year summer. I was interning for one of the companies as a game designer / developer. And then we basically, as a team, we made an app. It's kind of like TikTok, but just for video games. So basically, you scroll through people who make the games, like some like mobile games, runner games, and then you can make your own games too on the app too. So
That's
pretty
dope.
fun.
Yeah, from my experience, I would say last quarter I was working with a group of people for one of my class projects for 3 months to make an application. And we chose to make an application. I was working with John with this too because he was in my class, but it was an application based off of splitting prices of like restaurant meals and, you know, budgeting for college students, which was pretty fun, especially since I've never worked on a project for that long before. And so just going through the whole process of how software development could actually be was very like educational, enlightening.
Nice. What's your role in that team?
I was designated the product manager for that.
Nice.
For that project. So it was very educational in that side of things of like how to handle people, manage people, and learning more about like what I need to do better, like setting boundaries and maybe being more like forward with things. So it was just overall a really good experience.
That's great. And hearing all of the experience make me really curious about like your journey at SCU. And we all know that college isn't just about, you know, like academic and all the hard work. It's also about it's a great time for meeting incredible like new people and form these like connections, lifelong connections. So I want to ask you, how have the relationship you built in college, whether their friendship or mentorship, impacted and shaped your college journey?
I feel like for me, college has been like very different every year because I'm also a transfer student. So my first year was entirely online at a school that I never traveled to. And then the second year I went there. And then the third year I transferred to here. So this fourth year feels like my second year. But I think it's really special because like over this past year and a half, I've made a lot of connections and friends that I didn't think I was gonna like have, I guess. And it's all been with they've all been involved in something I'm also passionate about. So I think that makes the connection stronger. Whereas like, you know, they're not just like people that these are all people that I can connect with on a deeper level because we're both passionate about similar things. Whether it's people in the Imaginarium or people in the theater department or anything else I'm interested in. So I think that has really shaped like my college experience at Santa Clara especially. And I've also made a good amount of connections with professors as well. A lot of them have been very helpful and supportive. So yeah, I really appreciate everything and everyone that I've met.
Yeah, I feel like that's a unique thing about Santa Clara. It's like you are able to build like a deeper connection with your professor, which is like super rare. Yeah. Anyone else want to jump in?
I can go. I think when I come into this college first, I didn't have any of my high school friends that came into here, so I didn't really know anyone at all. I was like mostly an introvert that time, so I was like really nervous when I talked to like strangers, even professors too. And then there was like one time I was like, I got nothing to lose. I was like, might as well try to talk to people. And then those certain people I made friends those days, I'm still friends with them. I'm very close friends with them. And they helped me got through all 4 years of my college pretty well. Same major, similar majors, and different majors as well. So I could learn more stuff from outside of my own major, from CS. I could learn comm, arts, and that stuff. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to have like a diverse group of
Yeah.
people. Juliana?
Yeah, so I think people that I've met throughout the years have helped push me out of my comfort zone and like have helped me discover more about myself and like how to navigate through life in general. And a lot of the people that I've met in the very beginning are still very close with me. And I feel like the ones that have pushed me out of my comfort zone and made me try new things are the ones that have been like sticking with me the most. So I just think Santa Clara has introduced me to a lot of really cool people.
Danny?
Yeah, sure. yeah, I can go. Well, I feel like for me, I don't really have like a specific experience I can talk about that like really shaped me into the person I am today. I think it was like for many of us, it was like a collection, not a collection, but like
Accumulative.
accumulative like experiences with all sorts of different people that really opened my mind and my eyes to like all the possibilities and helped me discover like who I am and what I like to do. Met a lot of people, cool people in the Imaginarium, people from class, professors and all that. Yeah, pretty much just everyone in SCU has been very, very nice and pleasant. So it's that's kind of
That's so awesome to hear.
Yeah, I think something I appreciate about Santa Clara is the size of our school, because I think it gives us an opportunity to meet a wide variety of people, but it's also small enough that we can form those relationships with our professors. I think both in the communication department and the art department, where my minor is, I've been able to form relationships with my professors and my classmates, and then I have a lot of friends outside of those departments as well. But I think having those relationships with professors has really built my confidence in my abilities and being able to have professors that I've had since freshman year and now I have currently has been really awesome just to see how much I've grown.
You shared a lot of your incredible projects in the past, and now I want to dive into one project that you're most proud of and ask you why you love the project so much, and also what are your roles in the project if you worked in a team.
I guess the project I'm personally most proud of over the summer last year, last year, I kind of decided I wanted to start code my own game in Unity by myself. I was kind of on the fence of whether I wanted to do game dev or not, but I really wanted to give it a full shot without outside help, just by myself. And in the 2.5 months that I was making it, I made very good progress, and I was very proud of myself for kind of getting over that initial hurdle of just Googling things. I started to be able to work in Unity kind of without the help of Google. I had my own workflow. I was improving as I was going, and I'm pretty proud of what I made, even though it's not exactly the most polished thing you've ever seen. It has a lot of my own personality in it, and it's what really pushed me to kind of pursue game dev seriously. So
what's the game about?
So it's a card game called the New Chairman, and if you've ever, it's based off of a card game called Mao. If you've ever played it, it's like how do you describe it? It's like war, war. No, it's more like Uno. Yes.
Okay, so it's similar to Uno.
It's like Uno, except the rules are really messed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a more complicated.
Yeah, but Uno, but with extra steps.
Gotcha.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Why would you say it really shows your personality, the game? You said really.
Well, everything, the assets, everything from the assets to some there's dialogue between the person you're playing against and because the person you're playing against talks to you. I just kind of had fun with it, It reminded me of when I was a kid, when I was coding games in Scratch, where I would just let my imagination run wild. It was just really fun, and I feel like I learned a lot. So.
That's amazing. I feel the passion when you talk about it.
Yeah. It's very fun.
Okay, I think a project I'll take is probably the current project I'm working on, was the sludge video research. Originally we came with the idea around summer, so and then there was supposed to be another person that was supposed to be the team lead, but she went to go study abroad, so now I had to take up that position, and I was this is the first time I'm ever been a team lead on a group. So I was there's I feel like there's a shoulder responsibility. I had to learn. I'm still learning a few things, but I did learn a few things, leading how group and then checking in with everyone, single member. I wanted to choose this one because I want to research psychology of games, how Subway Surfers can keep your attention for so long. Because I feel before I start making games that I want to post to the public, I feel I should understand psychology of why is this game so popular, or how does it work, or how do people react to certain games. So that's why I chose that project.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Are you talking about those TikTok videos where you have someone talking certain things and then the other side is a game going on?
Yeah.
Do you guys like those videos? Do you find them distracting or more engaging?
Low key, they work on me. Yeah, they definitely work on me.
Yeah.
It helps me like engage with whatever is going on the other side sometimes. Yeah.
I think in one of my classes, the professor is also doing that. It's really interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Subway surfers on the side of the Zoom
Like some
lecture?
random game on the side, and it's like helping. It actually works for some reason. So that's a really interesting topic that you're doing.
The project that I think I'm most proud of is one that I'm still currently working on, and which I mentioned earlier, which is sound designing for, by the way, Meet Veristar. There's a lot of reasons why I'm really excited for this. One, as I mentioned earlier, is this is like the first time I'm designing something and I'm the lead for it. Where this is like usually a position that's taken up by an instructor at the school. So the fact that I'm even getting this opportunity means a lot to me. And also just, I think about where I was a year ago at this time, like never would have thought that I would be able to do something like this or even like get so far and involved with theater that I would be so engaged in it. And another thing is that at first when I was thinking about this project, I wasn't really sure where I wanted to take it, but as part of the creative process, one thing I love about it is that I get new ideas the more that I am working with it. So when I first read the script, I loved it. I think it's really, really well written, and I had a lot of good ideas. But as it's gone forward, and I've gotten to see the actors rehearse last week or this past week, there was a designer run, and I got some more ideas. So I think just being able to continue to find ways to innovate has been really rewarding for me. And one thing that I am planning on doing, which is actually going to be happening very soon, is getting some more people involved with the project as well. There are a couple songs in this show that I wanted to implement, so I'm going to have some music students record some stuff, and then we're going to be putting that into the show as well. So I'm glad that I'm getting the opportunity to do that, so that I can involve not only other students, but people from other departments that I feel like the theater department really should be doing more of that. So I'm glad that I can contribute to that.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good production. Do you know when's like the screening?
When it's gonna
They
be
gotta
on?
play-
Yeah, it's gonna. Opening night is March 1st, and it runs until the 10th. It goes for 2 weeks.
Okay,
So-
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Every night? Or
It should be Friday, Saturday, Sunday the first week, and then the second week is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I think it'll be at 8 p.m. on every day except for Sundays, which is a matinee at 2.
Yeah,
And it'll be in the Mayer Theater. So
sounds fun. I'll check it out for sure. It's really cool.
Okay. I guess one project that I'm very passionate about, that I'm currently doing still, is something I started around the pandemic. I mean, it's
That's
coming
a really
up to
long
like,
time.
Huh?
That's a really long time.
yeah, it's coming up to like 4 years now since when I got fully involved in it. And it's just a personal like little tiny fan comic web series that I'm making, which is like attracted like a small sub community, which is really fun to like, connect with people all over the world and also get like opportunities from making that stuff. So it's been really just like fun and engaging.
I guess like, how did you make that happen? Like, what's the process of making it?
I don't even know. It was just supposed to be just like a comic strip of 2 pages, but it's grown to like over 400 pages by now.
So you draw like all the.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just been really, yeah. I don't even know the process, and I think my main goal with making it in general was just to learn more how to draw. And so, I mean, I've been doing that.
Do you also like do the storyline and?
No, so it's a fan comic. So it's
Okay.
it's like an alternate universe take on like a current franchise, which has been really fun to keep like a series that has ended like going and such, and just like connect with people on an entertaining way and see that like they love it and I love it, and so it's really fun to see how you can make like a small little happy impact on
Yeah, I feel like you literally create a community.
yeah, no, for sure, it's really fun and nice.
I love that. Jenna.
Yeah. One of my most recent projects that I'm proud of, I was an intern on a corporate communication team this past summer. And my project for the summer was to work on improving their employee resources Intranet, which like hosted content and information. And one part of that was really fun for me is I got to interview a bunch of people across a variety of teams at the company. So I got to kind of hear their perspective and see what they liked about the internet and what they had issues with. Because part of it was I was making like a resources page to use the internet because it was pretty new at the time. So I got to implement all of their feedback. And I also made training videos for the internet, which was really fun. And I also got to make a scorecard for it so that they can keep using it to track how well the content's doing, what kind of content is performing well, all of those kinds of things so that they can kind of keep up with it once I left my position. But yeah.
Did you do everything on your own?
I got guidance from my manager, but it was like my project. I was the only intern on the corporate communication team, so
That's so
that
cool.
was my project for the summer.
I love it. It's like
Thanks.
it relates to your research too. It's like internet and like social media.
Yeah, I definitely got to apply some of my findings about content and talking about thumbnails and what kind of titles they should use and things like that as well, which was very fun.
Amazing. I feel like everybody's like so talented in their own field. Now I want to ask you guys a question that's like really, I think is a really interesting question. Well, as you wrapped up your last year at SCU, and if you look back and see how much you've grown, what would you say to your freshman year self?
I think what I'd say to my freshman self, I think I would tell him to keep your mind open to all the possibilities around you. That's definitely one of my regrets. As a senior, I feel like I've taken advantage of the resources around me. I feel like I finally have gotten into the groove of like college life and just taking it like, just taking everything in. When I was sophomore, freshman was all online, so that doesn't really count. But like sophomore year, I feel like I could have done so much more. I could have met so many more people. I could have, so I definitely would tell him just to keep his mind open.
That's a really good point. I should really change the question to sophomore year since everybody's like online freshman.
Yeah, the freshman year, like, that one we can just forget about freshman year.
Yeah, I think looking back on my freshman year self, I would probably tell myself to just take it all in and like really savor every moment and all the classes that I've gotten to take and relationships I've built, just because I feel like it goes by really fast and college is a very special time of life. So
You make me feel emotional. Panda.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, cause
Oh, you've been jumping to like a lot.
I've
right?
every year again has been so different for me, and like my freshman year self, I guess I would tell them like, if I was to say one thing, like, it's all gonna be okay. Like, I just remember how anxious and confused and lost I was at that time, and even in my sophomore year as well, and parts of junior year as well. It's been a long 4 years, but I mean, I think about where I am now, and like, even though there were a lot of low points, like, I guess right now things are pretty good, and I guess I had to go through all those things to get where I am today. So I would just tell my younger self that everything is going to work out.
I feel like you should be proud of yourself of where you at right now.
Thank you.
I guess I'll tell my younger self for the sophomore year. They basically says don't be scared or afraid. I feel like I did a lot of things this year, but I feel like it was like almost too late. I wish I could have done it sooner. Like maybe my sophomore or junior year, like join the Imaginarium, join like certain MCC clubs. So I wish I could have done it sooner, but I'm so glad I still did it though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would tell my younger self to just do it, honestly. Like John, I think I joined a lot of things a little too late, and I'm only like using the resources Santa Clara has offered to me like senior year, like putting myself out there or like that type of stuff, because I believe freshman and sophomore year I got a little too complacent and would just default to what was comfortable. So I would definitely tell myself to just
do it.
yeah.
All right. Let's get another round of question jar. Who wants to ask their questions? Okay, I'll pick Julianna.
My question is so strange.
Oh, me?
Yeah, what's your
Oh,
question?
okay. If you could eliminate one food so that no one would ever eat it again, what would you pick to destroy?
Benson.
Oh my, so real,
Okay,
actually.
that's-
Oh
Just
my God.
everything in there.
Dude, actually,
gosh.
just remove Benson.
Oh my god.
Benson's actually improved low key though.
Anyway.
Any other
Anyways.
What's food?
Actual food. We're talking
Actual
about food.
food, okay.
Not
Not
like,
like,
like food that
Yeah.
like you dislike that you would never want anyone else to eat.
and
ever
yeah,
again.
like
Yeah.
not only you but anyone.
Just that you can like erase.
Erase it from existence.
Yeah. Jones said cucumbers, so just to put that in perspective.
You don't like cucumbers?
Is this what sparked your?
Oh yeah, we had this conversation.
Dude, cucumber like salad is
Yeah.
fire.
The Din Tai Fung cucumber salad.
Okay, wait,
Oh,
Professor, have you done the
yes.
cucumber
Space
trick
is
where you
getting
rub?
worse and
I'm gonna have to tell you about the cucumber trick later.
You look so sad.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
No,
It's so good.
It's not gonna be.
Legit, it's actually great. It's actually great. Oh, he's like throwing up in his mouth. Okay, maybe not.
Claudia,
He really does like
okay.
cucumbers. Is there like, do you have like a really bad
Didn't we look it
experience?
up in class though that some people have like an enzyme or something?
It's a genetic.
Like
Oh, it's like-
cilantro?
It's like the cilantro thing.
Where I mean, who doesn't like cilantro here?
I love
I
cilantro.
love
I
cilantro.
love it. Yeah.
It doesn't really help my case.
No.
I do have
but
friends that
you
have it.
friends who are
Yeah.
genetically like averse to cilantro.
They think it
Thank
tastes like
you.
soap.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't mind cilantro, but cucumber tastes like vomit to me.
The food I would erase is squash. I don't like squash.
Mm,
I don't like
Mm.
squash.
you have
I
a
don't like the
point.
texture. It's too stringy. It's off. I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like it.
I don't love mushrooms, but I don't want to take it away from everyone. Just,
I would be
Just
so
away from me.
sad.
That
I'd
would be so evil of
sad.
you.
Just make me cry.
just away from me, and I'm good.
Mushrooms are fine.
My dad doesn't like them either, so I never ate them growing up.
That's
And
genetic.
so the texture is bad for me.
Oh.
Must
Like
be
the
genetic.
the texture is hard for me because I never ate them growing up.
Mm.
I feel like I don't dislike that many foods, but I would say like probably dates. Just like I don't love the texture or the taste.
The wrinkle ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're too sweet.
The dried.
I guess they're too dry. I guess I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're really dry. They hurt your
Yeah.
throat.
They're dried
And
plums or
I
something.
feel like I don't know anyone that like loves them, so I'm okay taking them away from everyone also.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
My mom would be so sad.
Does she love dates?
Yeah.
My mom loves
Well,
dates too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your guys' moms.
I'll probably take away the candy called dots. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, those are really bad.
When I was a kid, like every like trick or treat, I always get dots from like so many houses, and that's like the least favorite candy. Like I don't know how people like that.
So sad.
So true.
Wait, I feel you on
That's
so
childhood
many
trauma.
levels.
Like it's just not good. Like,
Dude,
it's
dots
just-
suck.
It just
Yeah,
comes
you're
in a
so real.
box, a tiny box, and it's just like the gummies are just stale and there's no flavor.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No, you're.
Mhm.
Yep.
For me, I would say like I think there's these really hot peppers called like California Reaper, or maybe it's
Mm.
one of the really spicy ones. So yeah, I would take those away.
Valid, valid.
Can chase the challenge anymore.
Those are fun.
Okay, now let's jump into our future. You know, we talked about a lot about your past projects. So now I want to ask you guys, what would you want to pursue as a career after you graduate, and how did the work you've done in the past 4 years help facilitate that pursuit?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Well, I know what I definitely want to do is I want to do game development. I want to be a lead, not necessarily lead, but it's like a programmer for a company and a game that I'm very passionate about. That'd be like ideal situation for me. I've definitely done a lot of game related projects over the past couple of years at Santa Clara, so I definitely feel like what I've done here is setting me up for hopefully a successful career in game dev. So yeah.
Jenna?
I think I have really enjoyed getting to like hone my writing skills. And with the studio art minor, like that side of things, I really enjoy getting to do things that are more on the creative side. So anything where I could kind of combine those two things. So maybe like public relations or copywriting or something along those lines. But I'm still kind of figuring it out. But I think the communication major has really prepared me well to explore those kinds of things, and
Yeah.
like all of the research I've done and writing work I've done. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I guess I feel similar to Jenna about how the communication majors helped me like figure out what I'm passionate about and interested in. And a lot of that comes from writing, which I didn't think I would say a couple years ago. So I would want to do something related to that as well. And I've enjoyed also doing all the projects that I've worked on, whether it's in the Imaginarium or in the theater department. So something to combine writing and creative aspects. But yeah, I want to figure that out a little bit soon and then possibly go to grad school. That's something I'm also considering. So
Cool.
I have multiple career paths in the future, like I said in mine, like programmer, game developer, but there's one that just popped up. It was IT. But I don't know why, but like helping other people with like technology and giving them information, I really enjoy doing that because I feel like technology nowadays is kind of getting like a little bit too advanced for like especially the elders. So I did work an IT job, like maybe like high school. I did help a lot of like my church friends, so I thought I really enjoyed doing that. So I was like, might as well consider it. So
That's great. I always loved the IT guys. Like when I was at my internship, I tried to find like a mouse that's like wireless, and I just like, hi, can I get a mouse? And they're always so sweet and helpful. Love that.
I think for me, my two requirements for a career path are just art and CS. But I think I'm pretty flexible when it comes to that. Like, for example, if I'm going into something completely computer science related, I'm already doing art on the side, so I don't really mind. But if I am doing something with art and tech, I think that's ideal, but I also don't mind falling back to the standard, just like hobby and work. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, last question. A little more, a little further along the lines. It's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In terms of career, your life, like where you'll be living at, anything. Paint a picture for us.
I got one.
Ooh.
So I do want to be a programmer, but maybe in 5 years, I've always wanted to try living in New York for a year. Put myself out there in like an uncomfortable space just for a year and just live in New York. So
Why New York?
Because
I don't know. I heard so many people say it's the most uncomfortable space if you've never been in there or never lived there. So
It
I want to
is.
try put myself out of the comfort zone.
I agree. That's cool.
Yeah.
Who else want to live in New York now?
I guess for me, ideally, I would want to have an established position at some game studio. I would want to. I don't really care where I live, just wherever is convenient to let me do what I love. So, so probably California is going to be probably California, but just a stable income, somewhere to live, and something that being able to do what I love every day. That's what I'd like to see.
As long as you're like doing game development.
Yeah, doing game dev.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to like have your own game developed?
Oh, that's probably like 10 years down the line.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would say that similar to John, I would want to live somewhere else for a bit, not New York, I don't think. But I don't know. I feel like maybe going to somewhere in Europe, just exploring. I feel like I love being here in the Bay Area, and it's been really good for me the past couple of years. But I also do want to experience other places for a prolonged period of time, and somewhere that isn't LA. So yeah, I aside from that, I feel like I'm pretty flexible in my like what I would be doing. I'm just gonna like follow wherever my passions take me, I guess.
I like that. Why not LA though?
I lived there my sophomore year of college, and yeah,
Yeah,
it was a mixed bag.
Nice.
I'll say that.
for sure.
Mine's gonna be opposite you. I hope in 5 years I'm a bit more established in my career. Maybe I've thought about going back to school or I'm back in school. And I've always wanted to live in LA. So hopefully I get to experience it a little bit. My dad's from Southern California. And he moved out of there before I was born. So I've never gotten to live there before, and I think I would enjoy it. Just like all of the creative stuff and the weather and all of that stuff. So hopefully at some point.
Yeah, it's definitely a creative place, like creative energy all around.
Yeah, well, I'm planning on going to grad school next quarter and just next year in general. So hopefully I'd have that out of the way. I'd hope to have like, a starting job so I can start paying off debt. Where I live, I think I would want to travel like internationally a little bit, but not like live anywhere yet. I'm from Seattle, Washington, so I do like Seattle a lot, but I'm pretty flexible on living anywhere else, depending on the job. And I also see myself like finishing up my little tiny passion project comic on the side and starting something new. So
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. We're so happy to have you here, and best of luck for your future. Have fun in the next 2 quarters.
Thank you.
Thank you.